What's going on, man? It's coffee time. So, KSR. We like KSR, right? Yeah. Where do I start with this? All right. So most people that are fans of KSR watched their reveal. I know there's a lot of you there because I was there and I talked with a lot of you that were there. And during that time, I was being Captain Funny Pants because I had already ordered, like as soon as the pre-order went up, I ordered my Hera. I ordered one in burnt rust, and this is what they sent me. That's a pretty sexy looking burnt rust, isn't it? Okay, so let's tell the story real quick. I said it's a shame that it wasn't available in blood splatter, and it was not. Which, by the way, if you go there now, it is available. It's okay. Y'all don't have to thank me all at once. But really, at the end of the day, it's a white pedal. To me, it was no brainer to give that, thing because, as metal players and progressive players, which I get is probably 90% of the people that play KSR stuff, when this is advertised to you as a not so tight solution to the same problem that you would be having if you needed a tight solution, I could see where that'd be a little confusing. Me personally, I just want to try everything that Kyle puts out because I think the man's a genius and he's a good guy and I like supporting his company. So, this is essentially an Eros. Same functions. If you have an Eros, you know what this is going to do. Only difference is the Eros is so bright and tight that it makes it really difficult if you have an amp that's already super bright and tight, but you kind of want to play around with it a little bit to kind of do the reverse thing. Like, I'm fortunate. I have a shit ton of amps over there that I do not deserve. One of them being my KSR Orthos MK-II, which we will run this through because this time here, I decided to use no amp. Okay? The chain was my signature Deviant 7-string going into the Hera, going into the Vesta, which I will stand on anything anybody wants to argue with me. I like the Vesta more than I like the Ceres, even though I'm wearing a Ceres shirt. Yeah, kind of outgrowing this one. They need to get some like fat guy and tall guy stuff in at KSR so like I can buy a shirt that doesn't have my belly hanging out of the bottom of it if I wear it in public. But sitting down in videos, it looks pretty slick as shit, doesn't it? All right. But anyway, there you go. So your controls are pretty simple. You have your level and you have your gain at the top. And then you have two toggles that have three options. One is to kind of pick how you want the sound to come through, right? So you have a thick, which is it's a mushroom cloud of sound. Then you have the tight, which is like razor sharp. And then you have the fat, which in my opinion, even though it's called fat, like me, that's right, fat boy, fat switch, and I do have it on the fat. Check that out. That's right. Support your body size, man. No pedal shaming here. It's okay to body shame. I like fat jokes, so hit me with your best one. I bet you I've heard them all, and some of them are fucking funny. I don't care what anybody says. If you can't laugh at yourself, seek help. All right. At the bottom, you got the usual suspects. You got bass, you got middle, you got treble, and you got an on and off switch, and it's a noiseless. Other than that, but it doesn't go click, 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 which is nice when you're switching it on and off because you don't get that big pop that hits in your thing. So if you want to use this just for soloing, to take a tight situation that doesn't really need a lot of gain, or if you just want to change kind of the structure but not lose the DNA of something, this pedal right here is absolutely amazing. Funny enough, I just spoke with Kyle via, I didn't call him on the phone. I'm not going to bother that motherfucker on the weekends. I don't even bother him during the week. I message him even though sometimes I'm supposed to message like the people he pays to answer stuff because I'm old and he's always been my contact. Kyle, I'm sorry. I'm old and I have a hard time changing my ways. But this right here is fantastic. And at the time of me filming this, it has been out for essentially 2 weeks and it's only sold 36. How the hell is that possible? Because in my opinion, I like this. Not just the aesthetics, hello, but functionality. This could be a bare casing with just knobs on it and the 2 toggles, and I would tell you this is better, in my opinion, than the Eros. And we're going to take a little journey. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, I'm going to apologize right now. I do not make content for the YouTube algorithm. This video is not going to be under 7 minutes long. It's not going to have 7 commercials about shit you wouldn't give a fuck about. Matter of fact, I don't even know what they show for commercials. I am monetized because, well, at the end of the day, I like to donate money. And the earnings I get from my channel gets donated. All right? So, yeah. This is awesome. I don't know how many times I could say that. I fucking love this pedal. It is perfect for what I do. I play in standard drop D, half step down, drop C sharp. Sometimes I'll hit the drop C. And then if I move up to 7 string, it's usually in standard tuning or drop A. I don't usually go any lower because I'm old. Yeah, I am. I still like to chug though. Fuck it. Enough of me just rambling. This comes as a standard color in white. And the white on this one, I don't know if that's the white that comes on the regular one, but it's like a matte and it feels kind of rough. I actually like it. It's phenomenal. And you can get blood splatter for like an extra, it's either 25 or 50 bucks, I don't know. But it's worth it. I mean, look at that. It's just fucking awesome. It's great. But if you want custom colors, they have all kinds of options. Say you want blood splatter on like a neon green or a purple or an orange or what the fuck ever have you. And I'm pretty sure if you ask them to do the blood splatter in like a different color, like I would love personally to get a purple casing with green splatter. Tell me that's not dope as shit. Tell me. Also, I don't know if I can get away with it, but I imagine because Kyle uses like really cool shit, I'd like the KSR to turn red, not white. That would be dope. But, you know, it's just a wish list. Yeah. Money's a motherfucker. But anyway, let's plug this back in. I'm going to grab a 6 string because I know a lot of you guys are not 7 string fans. And I know a lot of you are not 6 string fans in standard tuning, but this can do rock and roll. This can do metal. This can do djenty shit if you're into that. It can also do like your drop riffage on a 7 string. It can do the deathcore. It can do corn. You can nail the corn tone with the Vesta and this. But you know what? I showed you the 7 string with this. So now we're going to bust out the 6 string. We'll tinker a little bit with the 6 string. Then we'll shut this down. We'll go over and hook this up to the Orthos MK-II. And then we'll talk more about what the buttons do. Because, you know, it's how we do what we do over here. Over here now. I'm an idiot. All right. I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab that 6 string and, yeah, light this shit up. Hopeless. Alright, so that right there is just the natural tone of the KSR on the hot channel. Yeah. I love that amp. You don't really need anything, but I did dial some stuff back to kind of highlight what these pedals are going to do. So, yeah. I even put a different angle on it. You know what I'm saying? People are like, dude, you never stand and play guitar, are you handicapped? Yep. I have one leg that's shorter than the other two, fuckers. Alright, so I told you I'd show you what the knobs and switches and shit do on the Hera. So, yeah. Let's kind of do that right now. Alright, here we go. As you can tell, at 50%, everything is right in the middle. All switches, knobs, and everything. I'm going to show you what the natural sound of the amp is, and then we're going to turn the Hera on. Alright, as you can see, just at 50%, you already woke this thing up. If you're playing drop tuning, you're playing extended range. To me, it's just more usable than the Eros. Stop making noise. No one ever sends me a message or anything unless I'm filming. It's the most fucking stupid thing ever. Alright, so let's have a little sip of coffee. We already explained what the knobs are, so if you didn't pay attention, fuck off. I'm going to turn some knobs. So there, we have seen what all the knobs and all the flicking does. Everything back to 50%. So now we're going to see what the difference is between the Eros, the Hera, and the plain old amp. Alright? So let's turn this off. We're going to do the plain amp, the Eros, and then the Hera. We're going to do it in the order that they came out. Why? I don't know. Sounded like a good idea at the time. Oh yeah. Here we go. Yes. As you can tell, the Eros is just so bright, so tight. For your down-tuned, extended range guitars, that pedal is brilliant. But I still say, even with the extended range and the down-tuned guitars, I still think the Hera is better for me. And honestly, I think any pedal board would be good with both of them. Because if you voice them both a little differently, you can really get a whole lot of use. Man, something is not cooperating with me here. Electronics. So let's dial in a really cool tone on the Hera, and then we'll dial that same exact tone in on the what the hell? All right. We'll don't do the same exact tone on the Eros. All right, well that is just marvelous. So let's get this thing dialed in. They're exactly the same right now. So let's just turn the Eros on, and we're gonna do regular amp than the Eros. All right, now we're gonna do the amp and the Hera. Alright, that's why I like that better. Audibly, it's just more destructive, in my opinion. For what I do, the Hera just fucking kills it. Because it gets tight, but it doesn't choke out your amp like the Eros does. To me, the Eros is like ultra aggressive. It's probably best for like 8 strings, super low tunings on your 7 string or 6 string if you're going baritone city. But let's see what the difference is between the Eros with them both set up exactly the same. Right? I didn't mess with anything? No? We're good. Alright, difference between the two. Here's the test. Jeepers. That pedal's fucking awesome. Huge shout out to Kyle and the boys at KSR. And there might be a lady in there. I don't know if she still works there or not. So I'm going to say the guys and lady at KSR nailed it. Super awesome to get that in Blood Splatter as a surprise, considering I did order something different and this is what showed up. Could not be happier. And in my opinion, it's droves better than the Eros. But I'm also not playing in, like, drop F. Double E. Although, double E titties are the best. If you need pillows, yellow. Alright. So, yeah. What else can I say? KSR killed it again. I mean, has KSR ever done anything that wasn't good? To my knowledge, not really. They nail it every time. But this thing is scary. The amount of gain on tap that you can use on it is ridiculous. And it's not like a super fuzzy, saturated gain either. It's really usable. And you can juggle your amp with that. And your tonal possibilities are ridiculous. Do you need to go sell your Eros to buy your Hera? I think there's room for both on your board. I have both. No desire to sell either one of them. And if you're a touring musician and you like to put everything in your backpack, when you first heard this, when I was using my 7-string Deviant, this is my 6-string Deviant, by the way. Notice they probably look alike. Different color, though. I was just using, I know Kyle's going to want to like reach through and strangle my neck right now, but I used a PedalBaby by Orange because I don't have a PA-50 anymore. Had to make a money decision. Kept the amp, sold the PA-50. Kick myself in the ass sometimes like this because it really is. If you have to choose which one to go with, get a PA-25 or PA-50 because they're just superior to everything else. But if you have to replace your PA-50, it's pretty cheap to find these fuckers used. So it is what it is. But I do love KSR. And I still can't believe they've only sold 36 of these things in 2 weeks. It's retarded. It is. It's just fucking wrong. The thing is awesome. I'm telling you. The thing is great. And this didn't get sent to me for free or anything. I bought this. I paid for the upgrade of a burnt copper. And I got blood splatter. But in their defense, they could have sent me what I ordered. But that gave me a boner. What I ordered wouldn't have. Would have sounded awesome. But white with blood splatter? Come on. Come on. That's going to get a lot of action. That pedal's going to see some shit. It's going to go through some shit. I smell rigs that don't suck coming on using that particular pedal right there. Matter of fact, you pretty much probably just saw the episode. But we'll see. See what I feel like at the end of the weekend. All right. Y'all be good. I'm going to finish my Death Wish coffee. I'm going to keep playing this, but I'm not going to drag you through that. If you have any questions for me whatsoever, leave them in the comments below. You can reach out and get a hold of me on Instagram, Truck Driver Sean, Facebook, Truck Driver Sean, YouTube, where you're probably seeing this dumb shit right now, Truck Driver Sean. At the end of the day, Truck Driver Sean. There's two of us. There's me, the guitar guy, and then there's the serial killer. We're not the same person. I have better uses for women than stabbing them to death. They might call me Captain Stabbing, but it's something different, son. Let me tell you what. Ask your mom. She'll tell you. Your mom's telling everybody about me anyway. It just happens. She doesn't know how to keep her mouth shut, which is a good thing, but yet it's a bad thing, but it's a good thing, but it's a bad thing. I don't know. I don't know. Whew. Huh. I love your mom. And I love KSR. Y'all be good. Catch you next video. Later.